Shalom everyone, I want to welcome you to From the Gates of Jerusalem. We're here right in front of the Temple Mount at a very special celebration called Sig. This is when the Ethiopian people come to celebrate every single year. They were crying out to God in Ethiopia for 3,000 years, asking Him to bring them back to Jerusalem. And so now so many tens of thousands of them have made it back. God fulfilled His promises, His word did not return void, and He brought them back to Jerusalem. And they are here to celebrate, and it's amazing. You're going to see a lot of dancing today, a lot of ethnic dress, and it's just beautiful to see one of the major people groups that make up Israel and make Israel what it is today. And I think it's so significant that this day is always celebrated 50 days from Yom Kippur every single year. And it's just amazing to me that we just ended 48 hours ago. We had 5 days of raging fires throughout this country. And you know what happened 50 days after Yom Kippur? That was the time that God met with Moses for the first time. And you know how God came to Moses? He came to him in the burning bush. It says that in Exodus chapter 3, verse 2, God came to Moses through the burning bush. He was in the fire. So no matter what we go through, you have to always remember that God is still, He is in the fire. He's even in the fire. You know, there were a lot of people injured in this time, mainly from inhalation. I'm not sure if anyone was burnt or not, but God says that when you walk through the fire that you won't be burnt, and He's faithful, and He's even in the fire, and He wants to refine us. And I want to speak to the body, even outside of Israel, that I want you to be encouraged, because we're in a time of testing. We're in a time of testing. I've been in a time of testing, and if you're not in that time yet where you recognize that you're being tested, then I want you to be aware, because you are being tested, and God does want to refine you. And there are things that He wants to separate out of your life, and He wants to complete the good work that He began in you. And as the Word says in 1 Peter, He says that you're going to be refined. Your faith is more precious than gold. And so God wants to take you to through a refining process, because your faith is the most important thing in this world. And God is going to take you all the way through that, and there are going to be testing and there are going to be trials, but God says for you to have joy in those trials. So even today, as we in Israel have come through these fires, we are here to show you the celebration on the same day that Moses came to God and visited himself in the fire. And so you're going to see a lot of dancing, a lot of rejoicing, and we're going to see how the people of Ethiopia have become Israeli citizens, Israeli Jewish citizens, some believers that Jesus is the Messiah, some who don't yet. But it's a beautiful celebration, and you're going to see this culture, and I just welcome you to enjoy, and I just want to pray over you as God takes you to through this process of refinement. I just want to bless you. I hope that you recognize, I pray that you recognize the opportunity of testing. I pray that the enemy wouldn't harm you in any way as God is testing you, and that you come out like gold in this testing, and that you come out with strong faith, that you come out with faith that you didn't have before, and God will make it a testimony. He'll make it a testimony, even though it doesn't look like to you a testimony. It looks like a mess, but He's going to turn it into a testimony. He turns your testing into testimonies. So I want to thank you for celebrating with us today, and I want you to join in, and let's go see what the people are doing.